Hello everyone, welcome to my video. This time I will explain to you about differentiated learning. So far in PPG Prajabatan, we have learned three major topics of differentiated learning. The first one is about the definition of differentiated learning and theories that can support differentiated learning. And the second one is about the aspects of differentiated learning. So it is about what can we differ in the learning process to help students learning more effectively. And then the third one is about strategies of differentiated learning. So there are some ways that we can do, some strategies we can choose in order to implement differentiated learning. So, what is differentiated learning? In here, differentiated learning is an instructional technique in which teacher can employ a variety of teaching methods to individually meet the needs of the student. It gives flexibility to accommodate and increase students' potential according to their different learning readiness, their interest, and learning profiles. So, in here, there are 4 theories that is related to differentiated learning. The first one is ecological system theory by Bron van Brenner. This is about social context where, so according to this theory, the place where the student lives will affect their development. So the smallest circle is about the individual itself, about their identity like age, and then their health, and their gender, etc. So it will affect their development. And then on the wider circle, there are families, friends, and then wider circle is the neighborhood, and more than it is the culture, the society, or the country where the student live. The second one, there is multiple intelligences theory. And here, multiple intelligences is about 9 intelligences that someone can have, like visual spatial, musical, bodily kinesthetic, interpersonal, and then verbal linguistic, and logical mathematical, and then naturalistics, and intrapersonal. So those are 9 intelligences in multiple intelligences theory. Next, there is a zone of proximal development theory by Vygotsky. So it is about the gap between what student can do alone or what can they learn alone and what can they do with help or assistance from capable peers or teacher. So the gap between what can they do alone and then what can they do with help, that is zone of proximal development. So the relation to the differentiated learning is that the teacher should know first about the initial ability of the student. So it will give more insight in what the teacher should give to the student, and then in the form of the content of the materials, and then in the form of help or assistance. The teacher can also make a group in the learning process. The teacher can make a group, and the group should contain minimum 2 or 3 capable students, so they can help the other students. And based on this theory, those assistance or help will be reduced little by little, so eventually the student can do the learning process and reach the target or the learning goal alone or by themselves. And then the last one is learning modality theory. So in this theory, there are four major learning styles. The first one is visual. It means that a visual learner will learn best through pictures or drawings or graphics. And then the second one is auditory learners. So they learn best through sound. It can be from listening to other people speaking or listening to music, etc. And then the third one is kinesthetic learners. They learn best through physical movement, like with their hands, their legs, their body. Next, there is aspects of differentiated learning. So in here, there are 4 aspects of differentiated learning. We can choose 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 to make the learning process more various. So according to these aspects, we can make a various learning process. For example, if we want to make differentiated content, that means we consider the materials based on the student's prior knowledge. Like the teacher can make a pretest and then the student will do it, and the result will show the student's ability or knowledge. So with that data, the teacher can know their knowledge. So in preparing the materials, the teacher can choose the content, whether it's about the difficulty or the complexity of the content, and then it can also about context. So it is related to their life at the time. It can be related to trends. So what is happening around them, the teacher can choose that. And the second one is the process. The process is about the activity or the agendas that the students will do with different learning styles. So it can be different. It can be differ by their learning styles: kinesthetic, auditory, visual, and verbal. I will explain it later in the strategies. And then the product. Different learner with different learning styles can make different product, such as poster, vlog, text, and role play. I will explain this aspect later also in the strategies of differentiated learning. And then about the environment, it's about making the atmosphere for the student comfortable, such as comfortable room, safe atmosphere, positive reinforcement from the teacher and the peers, and then warmth, and then creative learning, and then various activities. So those will give more motivation for the students. So the environment will be interesting and comfortable for the students. The last one, we learn about strategies of differentiated learning. These are some strategies that we can do in differentiated learning. The first one is project-based learning. So the students will make a project. It can be in a group. Usually it will be done in a group because a project is a complex task to do. And then the project will create a product. Like I said before, the product can be a poster, vlog, text, and role play. So the next strategy is small group discussion. In here, the student will share their opinions in a group, and they will learn to give opinion and thoughts to their friends. In here, they can learn to respect each other's opinion. Next strategy is jigsaw reading. So jigsaw reading, it's about finding information of a certain topic, then compile it with other information from different groups. So in a group, each group will gain different information, and at the end of the class they will compile it, so they will get more vast, they will get bigger information. That's jigsaw reading. And then problem-based instruction. It's about researching and presenting a solution for a problem. So the teacher will lead the students to a problem, to a case, and then the students will discuss together, and then they will find information about that, and eventually they will present in front of the classroom about the solution that they may suggest. So that's all the brief description about differentiated learning. I hope you learned something from this video. So see you on the next video. Bye!